So right now I download Dev Pascal over here, and you could get Dev Pascal from this link over here. Ski plus. I guess you'd rather type it in. You can just search it in Google. DEVPASCAL. All right. So you see Bloodshed software, Bloodshed Dev Pascal. You go over here. If you go down, you would see there's a link for the Pascal compiler. Bloodshed.net/dev/dev/dev-192.exe. Right. So I already have a download here, so I'm gonna click open. I'm actually gonna deny that because off the bat I kind of do something wrong. Then let's go back to my download manager and right click here, open folder. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, this is actually really important, even though you might overlook this step. I'm gonna right click the file and I'm gonna choose run as administrator. Alright? You have to run it as administrator for yourself. Even though it is trying to run as administrator, click I agree. You're gonna install to C:\devpass. You're allowed to do that. You don't really want to change it or anything like that and run into any problems. I had students before who changed the path of setting when they setting this thing up like to the OneDrive and things like that, and they had some problems there. So we just leave everything default. Way speed. Alright. I never see something unzip so fast in my life. This is normally taking a long time on my computer home, man. Alright, so I have it installed, and the next thing, this is our next problem that you might get. Leave this as GNOME. Leave this as GNOME, don't change it to default or anything like that. Leave all these settings as is and click OK. And now it's telling you that Pascal is going to write to the registry. You must be administrator mode to do so. One error will occur. You click OK. Everybody happy. Dev Pascal has been installed. Next thing you could do for panic, I'm just going to go to C:\dev. I'm going to the installation directory, right? Alright. So I'm going to go over there, and for DevPass, I'm going to check out some compatibility settings, right? So I'm going to go into properties. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to go into properties. I right click on the executable file. I went on properties. I'm going to click on compatibility, and I'm going to choose run this program as an administrator and click apply. Now, theoretically speaking, you don't need to do this, right? But when you do this, it's like Lord of the Rings. It's one checkbox to solve all the problems, right? So now we're happy. We're sure we could use Dev Pascal. This is our next important point. So right now, our running Dev Pascal is going to ask me to run it as administrator. All right? Now, this is our next important point. I'm going to try to replicate two error scenarios, right? I'll actually just one of them. When you're creating your first code file, right? Or any code or any project, do not choose file and new project. Let me just show that. Do not choose file and new project. Don't. Just don't. Right? Choose file and new source file. Alright? Choose file and new source file. I can't stress that enough. A lot of people just forget and choose a new project and it's running into some problems. Now we have some preset code over here. I'm just going to remove this and good programming practice. Even though the file is empty, I'm going to try to save it. File, save units. And I'm going to prompt me to save it in a directory. I'm just going to go on the desktop, make a new folder, call it Pascal Demo. Alright, and I'm going to give it a meaningful name. I know that I'm going to create a Hello World program just to greet the user. So I'm going to call it Hello World. Alright, everybody with me so far? I know it's a little bit boring, but we try to keep track of what's going on here, right? So I create my file, I have my Hello World program. I'm going to make things a little bit smaller. I'm going to press Windows key R, C. Actually, you know what? Windows key D. Where is this folder? Pascal Demo. And I'm just going to snap it to the left and then select. Where's the Pascal? Where I not seen the Pascal, boy? Apparently the Pascal will snap. Only seen that, right? Alright, it's snapped now, right? So I'm fully well aware that everything looking a little bit small. So right now on the left hand side here, this is my source code file. Alright? I'm just gonna write the smallest program that you could write, and hopefully we won't get an error. So I'm gonna type program, and you get to call it what you want. I can call it hello world. I just want to call it greet user, yes? Alright, and I pass semicolon. Because every sentence in Pascal must be ended with a semicolon, right? And every program has a start and an end. In the Pascal, we write begin, end, full stop. Alright, we have full syntax over there. And now I can go ahead to compile my code. So if I go and execute, I can choose compile. So what I really want you to pay attention to, let me see if I can snap this across a little bit this way. I try to see what's control F9, compile and run is F10. I'm going to choose compile F9. Alright? So, I didn't save this file, So, like, even if I try to open this with Notepad, which I can't do, and we go explore that next time. If I go to open it with Notepad, I have nothing in this file. So I'm going to press F. I can't press F9 on my keyboard. It will stop the video from recording. Alright, pay attention to your left area over here, right? When I click on the compile button, you're going to see two files appearing. Right, so I'm going to click it. And you see two files appearing, right? You're seeing this .ow file. And you're seeing this hello world exe, right? So this is an executable bit of code here, right? You could just double click it and our program is come into existence and then it just go away because nothing is happening. We instruct the machine to do nothing. Alright? So that's your actual code and that's the last step of the programming life cycle before maintenance, or the second to last step. Can anyone tell me what this file is? We'll make a guess what it is. We talked about it before. We talked about, only remember talking about or reading about bytecode and object code that must be linked to the operating system? Yeah, this is one of those intermediate files that is essential for creating the hello world exe that can run on any computer. Somebody don't need to have the Pascal installed anymore. They can run this program that is essentially do nothing. Alright, so you see pop into existence and nothing happen. Are you okay with that? Good. So those are your steps in the programming lifecycle. I'm just gonna go back over here. Makes it a little bit smaller. Let me go to options. I just want to make this a little bit more visible for this video, yes? Environment options, editor, change the font to about 18. Because that's the legal age to do things in Trinidad. Like drive and thing. And you have to be 18 to drive? Alright. Alright. So I have my code here, right? And just to replicate that situation, if you click on the checkbox over here, you compile a project which is change the source code into object code and then that is be changed into that's be linked to the operating system to create the executable file. And I can click on execute over here in the center and bam, the program is run. Alright? So you can do everything from this environment. This is called your integrated development environment. This is your IDE for Pascal. Other people might like to use other IDEs. I like to use this one because we get release some other problems. So now I'm going to set up a situation where I greet the user. So good programming practice, I'm just going to indent my code. I'm going to type WRITELN because that's the actual code for doing this thing. Hello world. Alright, so I have that code over there. I'm going to close the brackets. Pass semicolon because I need to end every sentence. I compile it and I see how everything working. I'm happy about it. I'm going to click on execute. When I click execute, my program is run. You see that? Hello world is printed to the screen and the program is disappear from existence. Alright? So we need to pause it for the user. We need to pause execution. I'm not going to use anything fancy. I'm just going to show you something real quick. So this part you're learning of. Basically, in this last 2 bits of code before the program finish, I'm going to tell the user, hey, yo, we almost finished. And press any key to continue. And then we'll go forward. So I'm going to type, and to make this real cool, I'm going to Control C, Control V. I'm going to tell the user, press any key to continue, and then put the code to pause and wait for that key. And I'm going to type in read key, READKEY. Open. Well, I don't need to put open close brackets, but whatever. I mean, good program practice. Now, when I go to compile this, it's not going to work. I'm going to get a syntax error. All right. Right now, I don't want you to care about this particular syntax, right? I just want you to see what I do and replicate it when you do need to have this press any key to continue. All you need to put here is the library that provides that functionality, which is USES. That's the code for use this library. Uses CRT, semicolon. All right. I see that I get no errors here. I'm happy that I don't get any errors. I'm going to choose execute. I would see that how hello world is printed to the screen. It tells the user press any key to continue, and it waits for me to press a key. That's the read key. The little bit of code at the bottom, read key, and I press the key. It accepts the input, but it didn't store it anyway. It accepts the input, and now the program can end. So everybody okay with that so far, right? So this is the syntax for one of your simplest programs, right? Now I want to modify this code to actually greet the user. Remember last time we asked the user to enter some data, and after they enter the data, we print it back out to them. I'm going to show you how to do that right now, right? So we learn in Pascal right now. We learn it by seeing and doing. We don't have to understand what happened. We just had to follow what happened, right? So right now I'm going to set up the variables that I need to use for the situation. The variable that I need to use, I'm going to accept the username. So I'm going to give it a meaningful name. So I create a section called var, V-A-R. All right, and I'm going to store all my variables over here. And I'm going to set up a variable called name. Let me just call it username. No, let's just call it guy, G-U-I. No, it's 2018. Person. Person name. All right. And we give it a data type string, S-T-R-I-N-G. Now, this is a good thing to do as a programmer. Every time you write a complete line that you think should compile it and see if you get any errors. Right now, I didn't get any errors. I'm happy about that, right? So I have a variable called person name, and usually if you don't have Windows Defender on, or you're using something like Avast or anything like that, and you write a program like this, your antivirus will pop up, all right? And stop the program from running, and the program will disappear, and you just want to cry and things like that. Just turn off your antivirus if you ever write a simple program with only one variable in the var section. So I have a variable called person name, and I have a write ln hello world. I'm going to try to read some data right now, and I'm going to write some wrong code, all right? So I'm going to write person name, colon equal, that's how I assign a variable in Pascal. Person name is equal to readln, semicolon, right? And if I could try to run this, I'm going to see that how I run into two errors. Let me just see what that error is. If I go down over here, it's telling me the line is on it, but if I double click it, error, void expected short string. We don't understand what that means right now, but if I double click on it, it's going to show me the error. So you always go to the first error. Right now, this looks like a function call. I remember greet user from Flogorithm, how it had the name and it actually had brackets, and parameters is going inside those brackets. So this is a function call. So what we're really supposed to do over here is not assign the variable like this. Double click to select the entire fragment. I'm going to read data from the keyboard and store it in person name. Alright? Read data from the keyboard and store that value in person name. And I'm going to say, not hello world, I'm going to say hello, comma, person name. Alright? Everybody okay with that? So if I compile, I see that I get 0 errors. I'm happy about that. Choose execute. I see that it's waiting for something. Let me try to figure out what happened over there. Oh, the first thing it's doing after we begin, it's waiting for the user to type something. So I'm going to type something, it's going to be stored into username. James. And then it say hello James. So you see like right line, you're going to write the first string literal enclosed by single quotes, comma, followed by the variable, the contents of the variable person name. Everybody okay with that? Now remember in Flogorithm, to print two strings side by side, you don't use that comma. What do you use? You use the ampersand. The squiggly and. I don't know why they come up with it like that, but you use the ampersand. Alright? And that's that's essentially what I want to show you for us right now. Everybody with me so far? Alright, asking your permission, I want to know if I could go forward and show you how to, I'm just going to use this code, and I want to go forward and show you how to just add two numbers just like we had before. We're not using our function, we're just adding two numbers. Are you okay with that? Alright, so I'll leave this code intact here. You know what? I can comment it out. Alright, when I comment it out, the compiler is ignore anything that's a comment. It's not executable code. So right now, I'm going to make a user-friendly program. and I want to add two integers. So the integers that I'm going to have going to be a comma b colon integer. I'm telling the Pascal in the var section, listen, did I spell that wrong? Let me compile this and see what happened. Alright. Whoa, you see this error over here? Cannot open output file. Permission denied. The reason why you can't do that is because the program actually running. And it tried to overwrite it. So you have to make sure the program finish and then compile again. So I see it compiled successfully. Anyways, I declare two new variables, A and B, and I give them a data type integer. So I identify them as A and B, and I declare them totally as A and B of data type integer. And now, I'm going to make a user-friendly program. I'm going to write to the user. Right, Ellen? So I like to write complete sentences in programming code, make sure it's working at every point in time. Alright, cool. So I know I have a good write Ellen over there. I'm going to choose now to write, please enter an integer for A. Dot. And after, I'm just going to get some data and store it in A, R-E-A-D-L-N. So it's a function call to the system. Hey, read it. We're going to store it in this parameter called A. And let me just compile this because I'm so frightened. Alright, 0 errors. Good, we're going so far. And because I know I'm doing something similar, I'm just going to copy this code. I'm going to get the data from the user again. Please enter an integer for B. And I'm just going to change it to B. They compile it, see if magic happens. No magic ain't happening yet. But no more code looking good. Notice how I indented everything kind of just coming down according to like a margin space or something like that. Now I need to add them and I'll put it to the user. Now I could do this in many ways, right? I could write WR. Alright, I know I have some code here and some good code there. I could compile it, see it work. Be happy. Right, Ellen. Sum is space, comma, and notice I could do a computation inside here. A plus B. Alright, and the result of A plus B should be printed to the screen. Actually, I hope so. I didn't try this out before. You see, so fail. Alright, so far, no syntax errors. If I execute it, I would see, please enter integer for A. Then we add 31336. Press enter. Integer for B, 1. Press enter. Sum is 31337. All you seen that? Good. And 31337 is hacker code for elite. Like the 3 is like a E, the 1 is a L, and so like ELEET. I don't know, them people just do that. Check anonymous something now, they just do that. Everybody name this be something like elite or elite or some kind of thing. My name is just Kunji, boy. Alright. So you understand what happened there, right? Or if you want, you can make your program a little less obfuscated, make it a little more easier for another programmer to understand. I have A, B, and then result. And in this case, I could have just put, and look how I do it over here, right? I'm going to assign result a value of A plus B, RESULT. Result is equal to, so you use colon equal to assign a value to a variable. Alright? That's just our syntax, right? Result colon equals A plus B semicolon. Let me make sure that working. No errors, very good. Sum is RESULT. Let me run my program again. I compile it and I'm going to run it again. Integer for A, 1. Integer for B, minus 1. Sum is 0. We happy so far, right? Alright, so what I'm going to do right now, that's all that I have for class. What I want to do now, I'm just going to uncomment this over here. And I'm going to make sure it's compiled. Alright, and what I'll be doing, I'll be uploading this video to YouTube as well as via Edmodo. I'll post a link to the YouTube thing and the code file that I work on here and the Flowgorithms files that we talked about before. That is all I have for class. I'm going to end over here.